Hi everyone, Photoshop cloning. We know it's great for small areas of your images, but for larger areas we just know it doesn't cut the mustard. I'm going to take you through a technique today that I call patch cloning. The logo in this image is a great example for patch cloning. I'll take you through the 6 steps to improve the problem for your images. Patch cloning involves 6 steps. First of all, select the area that you want to use as a patch. Then copy and paste it. From there, move it over to the area that you want to clone. Then add a mask and then start brushing the mask through to blend it into the background. Occasionally you may need to flip or stretch the patch just to help with the final result. To repair the top left hand corner of this Route 66 badge on this gas pump, I will use the opposite corner here as the clone patch. So we're going to duplicate this, which is Command J on the keyboard, and you'll see a duplicate come up here in the layers panel. Just make sure this top layer here is selected. Now over to the rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to select my patch for cloning. I always draw out a larger area than I need for the clone patch, just in case I need some further edges. Now copy and paste by using Command J on the keyboard. This will paste the selection over here in the layers palette. We can now go to the menu and edit, transform and flip horizontally. If we zoom in with Command plus keyboard shortcut, and we can use the spacebar to temporarily use the move tool. Now change the blending mode from normal over to difference, and this will help me line up the edges. Using the move tool, which is V on the keyboard, roughly get the patch into place. We can now use Command T for transform, and we can rotate and line this up slightly, and also fine tune with the cursor keys. And what I'm looking for is this line here to be in line, as well as a good transition here and somewhere along this edge. We're using the cursor keys, and we can see that things are almost black in these areas here, and that's what we're looking for. Once you're happy with the placement, double click inside the transform box and set the transformation of the layer. You can also press enter on the keyboard. Now turn the blending mode back from difference to normal. The next section is masking, so we come down to add mask, and we add a layer mask, but also press the Alt key on the keyboard as you do it, and this will invert the mask to black. The patch will disappear, but it is here, it's just that the mask is hiding it at the moment. Make sure this mask is selected by the white bounding boxes around the edge here. Now use the brush tool, which is B on the keyboard, and click 0 for 100% if you're not at 100% opacity, and flow is 100% as well. Reset the swatches by pressing D on the keyboard, and make sure that white is selected in the palette. You can use X to swap these around. You can change the size of the brush with the bracket keys on the keyboard as well to make things quicker. Now slowly start brushing where the repair is needed. Just work around this edge. When you get towards the edge of the patch, just slowly feed this in until the transition looks smooth. The same at the top here. And also along this line. I'm also going to fade away this blue paint here and bring the opacity down to 40% by hitting 4 on the keyboard. And the same on the other side of the line as well. Just a few clicks to blend it in. Now go over to the layer and turn it off and on just for a quick check. It's also worth zooming out just to do a check at a distance as well. The image is now ready to save as a PSD, or if you want to flatten it and use it as required. Remember, you can use this technique for many large areas where the clone tool just will not work. Always remember though to check the alignment and feather the edges to ensure a good transition of the patch. I have included a link to the image below for you if you want to practice this technique yourself and use this gas pump.